Yo, what's good you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about 7 films which are coming out soon in this year 2023 that you must watch. Well, at least 6 of them you must watch. There's one film in particular which I'm a bit questionable on, but most of them are films that you must watch. Number 1, The Creator. The release date of this film is currently September 29. This is from the creators of Rogue One, a Star Wars story. I really love Rogue One. I think it's the best Star Wars that Disney has put up. It's a sci-fi film built in the world where AI is taking over. And that's, okay, we have seen these kind of films before where AI is taking over, from 2001: A Space Odyssey and so many other films. But this film feels more unique. It's a bit of Rogue One touch into it. Like, it feels like a Rogue One movie again. I really like the feeling of this film. I have high hopes that it will do well. It stars John David Washington once again after Tenet. Tenet was a huge disappointment at the box office, but I'm hoping this film does well for him. Like, he's an incredible actor. I think this film is going to be really amazing. Like, the trailers of it really look amazing. I like the tone of the trailer. It really reminded me a lot about Rogue One and what I really loved about that movie. And I really like the set designs as well. I'm really looking forward to it. Killers of the Flower Moon. This is set to come out on October 20th. This is a Martin Scorsese film. Now, let me just tell you, Martin Scorsese is one of the greatest filmmakers of our time. Actually, he's one of the greatest filmmakers of all time. He has made countless films, countless amazing films. My personal favorite Martin Scorsese film will be Raging Bull. For some unknown reason, I really like his non-mob films compared to his mob films. Don't get me wrong, I like his mob genre kind of films, but I really like his non-mob genre films more than his mob films. Like, I really like films like Raging Bull. I really like Raging Bull a lot. Like, that's my favorite Martin Scorsese film, and it has nothing to do with the mob genre. It's a boxing movie, and I really love that movie. That's my favorite movie of his. And Killers of the Flower Moon is a story about the relationship between Americans as well as indigenous people. That's a very interesting concept. As somebody who doesn't live in America, I have no idea about this topic. This will be really interesting to see what Martin Scorsese does, because again, it's another non-mob genre kind of film, and I'm really into those kind of films where he does films which are not relating to mob genre. I really like it when he does that. Once again, he's working with Leonardo DiCaprio, one of the greatest actors of all time, as well as Robert De Niro, another fantastic actor, and it looks very artistic as well. I really like the cinematography of this film from the trailer. I'm very excited to see it. I'm very excited to see this film. I'm all in for it. The Killer, coming out on November 10. I don't know what to expect of this movie. I don't know anything about this film. All I know is that it's a thriller, a neo-noir thriller if I'm not wrong, and it's directed by David Fincher. David Fincher is an incredible director. I just can't wait to see this one. Although I don't know much about it, I still can't wait to see this film. Number 4, Napoleon, coming out on November 22nd. It's a historical directed by Ridley Scott starring Joaquin Phoenix. Now, we've seen that combination before. Gladiator. And I really loved Gladiator. Gladiator is fantastic. I really loved it. And knowing that 2 people who were involved in that movie are coming back to make another historical drama, I just can't wait. What can I say? I don't know much about the history behind this time, but who knows? This film might make me more interested about the history of this time. Like, I love history. I study history, just not the history of this timeline and what was happening. But I'm very interested to see what this film does and what this film shows us. And think about it, Gladiator, Joaquin Phoenix and Ridley Scott, 3 of my favorite things coming together. How can things go wrong? Number 5, Wish. Now, this was the film that I was a bit questionable on. Like, I wasn't really sure how great it was going to be. This is an animated film from Disney. I'm a bit questionable on this because, again, Disney has not been doing great recently with their recent films. But, alright, there's a but to it. This is written by the same people who wrote Frozen. I thought Frozen was a pretty good film, and I'm feeling this is going to be a pretty good film as well. Hopefully we don't get any news where Disney screwed this movie up. Hopefully we don't get any news like that. I'm hoping for it, crisscross, but this film looks great. It looks like it's going to be great. And on number 6, I have Wonka. Now, this film was told to be pushed back. The release date was told to be postponed, but as of now, it's still in 2023, the last I checked. I don't think it has been pushed back to 2024 yet. It stars Timothée Chalamet, Olivia Colman, as well as Rowan Atkinson, our favorite Mr. Bean himself, and Johnny English as well. It has a star-studded cast. I have a feeling this is going to be a great comedy. And the film seems to be a lot of fun. Judging by the trailers, it looks like a lot of fun. I just can't wait for it. I really like the set designs, the colors, the acting looks great, the costume design looks great. It looks like a lot of fun. I just can't wait for it. Number 7, Rebel Moon. Now, I love Zack Snyder. I really love Batman v Superman and Man of Steel. Although those films don't seem to be really loved by a lot of people, I love those. I seem to be the minority of people who really love those movies. But again, Zack Snyder, incredible director. He has an eye for the visual feast. Like, his films are the most visually peaking films I've seen from a director right now. It's like Star Wars, Dune, and 20th Century Boys, all three of these combined together. It's a sci-fi epic. It looks like a visual feast as well, just like his previous films. The trailers really look incredible. Like, I heard this was supposed to be a pitch for a Star Wars project to Lucasfilm, but it became an independent project on its own by Netflix. And Star Wars and Dune are two of my favorite things. Combine them both together and this is what you get, and I can't wait to see it. And 20th Century Boys, I haven't read the manga yet, but again, it reminds me a lot about 20th Century Boys. I love Monster, the anime, and 20th Century Boys was also by Naoki Urasawa, the same person who did Monster. And I say it's really reminding me a lot of 20th Century Boys because of the mask they were wearing. The mask had an eye, a lot like the 20th Century Boys logo, with the guy wearing the mask, wearing the bandages, and there was a logo of the eye pointing up. I can't wait to see. Maybe it has to do with leadership, where there's this leader who's manipulating these people or things like that. At least that's what I assume. At least that's one of the storylines that I think this movie has, where there's this leader manipulating these people, and those people wearing the mask with the eye point have been manipulated by this leader. And it looks like there's a lot of lore in it, and I just can't wait. I like when films have a lot of lore to it, and yeah, I can't wait for it either. Sign me on, baby. And yeah, that's all I have for today. If you like this video, click the like button if you want to see more, subscribe to my channel, and see you guys next time. You guys are always the best.